This is One-on-One with Jasper Cole, Hollywood's bad guy, and so much more. Actor, talent manager, producer, and more. Now he's sitting down with today's top newsmakers from entertainment, politics, pop culture, and beyond. This is One-on-One with Jasper Cole.
All right. Howdy, and welcome to One-on-One with Jasper Cole. That would be me, Mr. Jasper Cole. We are coming to you from Mr. I've got like
Yes.
food coma from all the
Yes.
holiday food.
Yes.
We are coming to you from Sunset Gower Studios right here in Hollywood, California, and this is our end of the month hot topic show.
End of the year.
This is our end of the year holiday roundup. Unfortunately, Dara and Ralph couldn't be here, so. No, actually, please welcome my Hot Topic co-host, starting with Entertainment Dish with Dara Zane Scully.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Duchess.
Hi, can you hear me?
You look so pretty today.
Thank you.
All festive from the holidays. You're in a
Yes.
glittery top.
Did you have a good Christmas?
I'm so bloated from it. I'm just bloated.
Right, from all that water.
And that other voice you hear. Oh my God, the audience
I know. Thank you so much, everybody, for
It's
coming.
so great. We've now added a live studio audience.
love
In fact,
it.
if you want to get tickets, they're $55 each. And you can call 310-288-5761 and we'll get you a ticket.
Wow, that's so
would be
generous.
great.
Yes.
Do you give away gifts? Are
You know,
gonna
we
start
should do
giving away
giveaways.
gifts like Ellen? Yeah.
That's a great idea.
My mom always said charity begins at home, and then she passed out.
Okay.
Okay. But speaking of
Rest
charity,
in peace,
speaking
Martha.
of charity,
Martha.
let's please welcome our other co-host, Miss Ralph Cole Jr.
Hello, planet Earth. Deck the halls with boughs of me. Okay.
That's right.
Myrrh.
And
That's
myrrh.
right.
Myrrh. What is myrrh, by the way?
Myrrh is a substance oftentimes with frankincense. That's
They
oftentimes.
both sound like infections.
Yeah.
Like, is there an ointment for the myrrh?
You got some myrrh on
I got
your-
some myrrh on me.
Wow.
Well, speaking of, please,
Yes.
everyone follow us on Twitter at One-on-One-J-Cole and Facebook, One-on-One with Jasper Cole.
Do you get
And
tired of saying your name all the time?
I don't dare, because the way I've thought about it many times is I made up the name.
Yes.
So it took me a long time to have the name, and I'm
Right.
going to honor it as
Okay.
much as I can.
And
you can
in-
also go.
And in that, no,
Go ahead.
Let me interrupt.
Uh-huh.
In that you made up the name and you came up with Cole, which is actually my name.
Right.
You see how the
That is
relevance
ironic.
And
stuff-
I'm
it is
actually a
ironic.
junior also.
Oh, really?
Remember?
Yes.
I'm Charles Wayman
Yes.
Malcolm Jr.
Oh, that's
so
right.
we're actually juniors
Exactly.
in addition to that.
Exactly.
Yes.
And my cat's name was Jasper Cole.
That's right.
Jaspur.
Oh, wow.
So when I first met Jasper and he told me his name was Jasper
Right.
Cole, I said, my
Reincarnated
cat.
pussy.
My cat.
Yes.
That's
know.
what you are.
Yours
I'm
is
reincarnated.
rejuvenated. His is reincarnated.
Mine is
I love
just
it.
fine.
It's
Even
buoyant.
after 2 deliveries.
Okay, I
Wow.
love it. Of chicken, fried chicken. Okay.
Wow. Well,
Speaking of, that's so funny you say that. Go ahead, Jasper.
no,
and
I
then
was
I'll
just
tell
going to
you.
say that I would. You
Yes.
can always go to my website, jaspercole.com, because I wanted to
Me,
get our
me.
sponsors in.
Yes, important.
Go to my website, and then you can click on ubnradiotv.com and go to my host page, and you will see our 25 sponsors, and we have a new one, efile.com, but we also have 24 other ones. But before we do that, let's
Yes.
shout out to Mr. JW, John Williams.
Yay,
Yes.
our
John, how are
engineer
you?
extraordinaire. Yeah, right.
Welcome.
Oh, honey,
Well,
did they
How was
shortchange
your
you from a
Christmas?
microphone, JW? Yes, they did. This shit is
We're
so
in a different
toned
studio
down.
today.
Yes.
Normally we go in the shallow room,
Right.
Well, we're in the end of
but
the
we're
year.
in the deep room today.
There's not a lot of
Yes.
equipment
It's a different
available.
setup.
So we have to act like we care about things?
Right.
Okay.
So we do care about these sponsors, right,
Yes,
JW?
we do.
Those 25 sponsors.
And here
yeah.
they come.
Oh.
All of us here at One-on-One with Jasper Cole are proud to announce our 24 affiliate advertisers, and they are all .coms. Interserver, ZipRecruiter, Hilton Hotels, 3-Day Blinds, Adam and Eve Toys, Bullguard, Prime Slots, Russell Stover, Booking.com, Suzanne Summers Bath and Beauty, Quest Nutrition, Sur La Table, and Extended Stay America.
Additionally, we have EUK Host, Canvas World, Cheap Air, 21st Century, Liberty Mutual, Course Smart, Advanced Auto, Fandango, Meet Mindful, Flair Play, and Jewelry.com. Thanks again to all of our wonderful sponsors.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank
so everyone
you.
go there and find something you like, click on
Yes,
it.
New
and-
Year's gifts.
New Year's gift. So anyway, ladies, so did you
Yes.
have a great holiday?
I did.
How was your? Well, you had Hanukkah first.
Yes, Hanukkah
And because
first.
you're greedy, you do Christmas too.
I do Christmas too, but we don't really give a lot of presents anymore. The
Right.
teenagers don't really care. All they want is to go to fast food restaurants. So we
And masturbate.
did a lot of gift cards. Yes, probably that too.
Crunchy socks.
Right. You told me about that. I grew up with all girls, so I don't really
I said
know
look
about
for
that.
crunchy socks and towels and
Yes.
shirts and
Oh,
stuff.
right.
Yeah, lots of, I knock on the door. I don't just open the door.
Right.
But we did have nice Hanukkah and Christmas, and now it's going to be a new year, and I'm excited about the new year.
Excellent.
Yeah, 2016.
What's the fried
2016.
chicken story?
The fried chicken story is I was going to our progressive dinner in my neighborhood, and there's a girl on her street, and she's the only black girl, and I'm one of the few Jewish girls. So
Well,
I
you
said,
know,
we're
they're
going to
they're
represent.
taking over there.
We're going to represent the minorities. And she's, girl, I'm going to bring my fried chicken. And she just went on and on.
Did
Oh,
she bring
was
watermelon and
hilarious.
everything
She brought
just to keep it going?
cheesecake. She lied. She's hilarious.
She didn't bring any like greens to go with it?
No, she brought cheesecake, but
Well, she's
she
not
wasn't
really
going to
black
go,
then.
and then I wasn't going to go, and we ended up going together. And Kevin doesn't like to go to those things. He likes to just stay home.
Well, speaking of cheesecake,
Yes.
remember 2 weeks ago they were laughing about Khloe Kardashian, one of the Kardashians.
yeah.
She
making
faked
that-
it.
Sweet Lady
Did-
Jane
Jade's-
on Melrose. Because
It's
the woman,
like plagiarism.
because
Yes,
the woman
and
from,
we've been there before. You and I
Yeah,
have been
we used to
past
go
there,
there.
whatever.
I lived right
Yes,
there,
Yes,
yeah.
you did.
But no, apparently somebody from Sweet Lady Jane saw her Instagram picture and was like, "Bitch, please, those are our cakes." So
And then,
she,
but what did Kardashian do? Did she distort the cake and somehow to make it look more?
No,
like-
she
She basically just said that she made those when she didn't, and they busted her out by taking a picture of the display in the window, probably, of Sweet Lady Jane, and busted. How much is fake what they
well,
do?
in Chloe's
Hello.
defense, apparently,
Oh,
if
You're
you really
defending
read
Chloe?
it, well, she says she made this pumpkin, a particular bread, but if you look in the picture, her bread that she made is pushed way in the back. She bought all those cakes at Sweet Lady Jane.
so she made one thing.
She made one thing
and made it look like
but
she
she
made
displayed
everything.
it as if she had also included it with all the other stuff. So
Right.
in her defense,
Right.
she didn't actually say she made the stuff.
Yeah.
And Sweet Lady Jane got a lot of press for it.
We
which
do.
was
I
good.
do like Chloe though. Of all the girls, I do like her.
But I like that our society just dwells on what
What isn't
somebody
important?
what somebody baked.
Right.
You know?
Well, it's
You
pop
know?
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pop
And
culture.
since we're shallow, we talk about it.
We're shallow one Wednesday a month.
The other
here.
Wednesdays, you're deep and intellectual.
We're deep because we ask tough questions and we get real answers.
I see.
But speaking of deep and shallow,
Yes.
but Ralph, how was your holiday? How was Rose?
Rose is
Did you
absolutely
cook
fine.
a lot with Michael?
Yes, Michael and I cooked for Rose. We have our Christmas tree. The Christmas tree is still up. I always leave it up.
Right.
So I'll take it down probably in 2
March.
days. Well, no, December in 2 days. Tomorrow.
Mine is
Right
down.
after. Do you
'Cause I
believe
like
it's
it
bad
down
luck
before-
if you don't take it down
I'd rather have
past
it down.
New Year's?
It's just
Oh yeah.
it's passe.
Just get rid of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Totally passe.
Yeah, it's like the turkey caucus at Thanksgiving. You know,
Yeah,
How
I know.
long are you gonna
we
make-
didn't
No.
even put a tree up. The last 2 years, we just have
Do
these
you have a
two.
Hanukkah bush?
I shaved my bush.
You like to groom.
I do like gifts for 8 nights.
Right. Who
Right,
wouldn't?
Right.
Did you watch the Goldbergs? They did a super Hanukkah special.
I love
it
the
was
Goldbergs, but I didn't see
hilarious.
it.
You should try and find it.
No.
Hilarious.
Oh, really? Okay.
Every Jewish woman can relate to that. You always want to make Hanukkah is really a minor holiday,
It's man-made
but they've tried
too,
to
right?
make it. Well, aren't they all?
I know, but I mean,
And then they try to make it as great as Christmas, just so the Jews don't feel like they're
Feel
left
left
out. Because
out.
it's called the December dilemma. When you're Jewish and it's December, you cannot wait for December to be over.
Oh,
but how
okay.
great
Because
for your
it's red,
but
green,
your
everywhere.
kids get
They
Christmas
get both.
and Hanukkah.
So I said, you don't have anything to complain about me future with the therapist because you got Christmas
Right.
and Hanukkah. So sit down.
They got a lot of big things in their life that they can't complain about.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they have, a stable home, just enough.
Uh-huh.
Enough.
Yeah.
Most of the days.
Yeah. And how's Michael, Ralph?
Michael is excellent. Shout out to
2
Michael
years now.
Clement.
2
Yes.
years in December.
Yeah, well,
it was
today is December 30th. It was yesterday. Was our 2-year
2-year anniversary. They met at a
Yes.
Christmas party.
Yes, at a Tomalata party, Sal and Yerbany Lopez.
I know. And if you'd never done dementia, you would never met them. And we talk about these kind of things, how you make one decision
Right.
in life, because Ralph
Right.
got offered this play a few years ago called Dementia.
Okay.
And then it was one of the best things he's ever done theatrically, even
Right.
as an actor.
And Jasper actually came twice to see
Yes.
it by himself.
Yeah,
Wow,
it was so
how
good.
No, the
supportive
first time
of
you
you.
brought Norma.
Norma and I came.
Uh-uh.
But it was so great. But then you fell in love with the lead and his wife and became
we
a part of
stayed
their
family
family.
of the Latino Theater Company. And the
I love
Latino
how he
fam-
could just pull out the Latin accent.
Oh,
yeah.
he did
Good
a
for
whole.
you.
He sang in
Thank you,
Spanish.
Derek.
Sing a little from
igual que en un estadio. So, you know,
He was
yeah,
so
I-
amazing.
Could you sing Feliz Navidad?
No, actually,
Actually, could we find Feliz Navidad later for one of our breaks?
It's
No,
I
actually-
love that.
I
Ralph
really
was
should have said
he was amazing.
Escenario.
He was
I made it
amazing in
easy.
this.
But thank you,
play.
Jasper. Yeah, but so I met the Latino Theater Company, Jeff Rivas, Sal Lopez, Urbani Lopez, Evelina Fernandez, Jose Luis, Esperanza. So, and they've embraced me. And then Sal and Urbani give an annual tamalada party, which is a Mexican culture for making tamales.
Nice.
And so it's a whole celebratory familial
Was
type
it
of thing.
a planned matchmaker thing or
Not
just
at
by
all.
No.
fluke?
It was complete fluke because
kismet.
I know Sal and Urbany through the theater company, and Michael knows them through CrossFit. So it's through two separate
Wow.
worlds.
So who saw
So-
who first?
I saw Michael first. He was in the kitchen.
Yes.
And I saw him first, and then he saw me. And literally, since then, we've been together.
Amazing.
And they
so-
kept it. You know, they kept it on the
I
down
know.
low for
so
a,
really for us it's
for
a year, anniversary we're
almost for a
thinking.
year.
Yeah.
Because Ralph did another play last year, or the year before. Well,
Which one?
at you know where I met Michael. We went
Bitches?
to no, the one at
Oh,
what is wrong with me?
Bootleg.
Bootleg. And
Too
so
much Christmas food.
yeah, but we went to this play and I met his friend Michael and we all went out to dinner afterwards and I just
Oh, that's right. We went to El
with
Cholo's.
Stephen Grove.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was just Michael.
That
and
was
his
Gary
friend.
Lennon's play that I did with Betty.
Right.
Dates and Nuts.
Dates and Nuts. But anyway, so this whole time
So
I
funny.
didn't know they were actually already a couple.
I see.
You know, so he
You didn't vibe anything that
No,
night?
Ralph can actually keep secrets. People don't realize that. He's got all my secrets. That's why
I totally
that
think
bitch
Ralph
has got
could
all
keep
my
secrets.
information.
I do. A
so.
lot of friends confide things in me because I'm
Same
really
here.
good about
Same
not
here.
divulging.
Same here.
And even when I'm in that situation, they said, "Well, what did they say?" And it's like, "Ooh, yeah, I just can't," and I
No.
just don't. And
Absolutely.
And I've always been like that.
Yes.
But Jasper suspected at the time, the only reason why Michael and I were hesitant because. There's so many times, as you know, people on Facebook, they announce I'm in love, they do
I
all
know.
of this stuff. And
3
then
months later, it's
and then
over.
Right.
It's like a pregnancy. You want
Yes.
to wait to make sure it
Yes.
sticks.
Yes.
And as it just and it evolved so organic.
Organic.
And even with Michael and me, for the first 3 months, we didn't see each other. We only texted for the very first 3 months. So
Just
yeah,
texting?
we only texted I
Because you
think-
couldn't be bothered to drive to each other?
Well,
or?
no, because he was busy working,
Right.
and it was just a different time, and he had just gone through some.
See, I would be worried if you're just texting and phone calling that when you actually meet in person, you may not. But you had already met
they
in
we had,
met in
person.
person.
we had already met
Yeah.
in person, and through that 3 months of texting, it really was great
to get to
in
know
the-
them.
with this new technology with
Interesting.
texting and one thing, and you're good about this, and it
Thank
seems
you.
so minor, is punctuation and grammar.
Oh, I try.
Me too.
And in the-
I'm
I
a
try.
stickler.
I do try.
He is a joke.
I will delete
Ralph,
tweets
if you had
and
been,
Facebook
you would have
stuff.
broke up. We never would have dated after the first text, right?
Oh my
if you had
God.
read mine,
Jasper is a nightmare, except when
Oh,
it comes
yeah,
to
Jasper.
Not with
when it
business.
comes to business. When it comes to business, it's like, oh, did you
Letter
actually do
perfect.
this, or did
Did
Dennis
he do a
it
spell
for you?
check?
Right?
Yeah.
Dennis.
But anything else, it's just like,
Well,
wow.
I'm not trying to impress most of my friends. They're already my friends. But I
Right.
understand. I bet you, though, if I had been writing to Michael, like someone new for the first time,
He would
I
have.
would have made it good. Because, you know, you're trying to, you want to put your
Impress.
bets.
I always
Right.
try to make my,
Yes.
try to be as spell check perfect as
Right.
possible.
Did you
But
do emojis when you were texting for 3 months?
I don't do that, but Michael likes them. I don't like
Okay.
emojis. And,
Okay.
and that was one thing that was clear with us at the beginning too. It's like you're good with those little. You're talking about emoticon.
Yes, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I don't do all of that.
Right,
Ralph's
I
like,
don't know.
Ralph's like, you
Right.
can have your little emojis.
right.
I don't know how to do colon
On the
then
checklist, he can have some
backspace
emojis
Right.
over here.
parentheses to make a smile.
I don't
It's just
either.
Like,
the three.
the
three.
I don't even know.
Does
how-
that mean love?
I
don't
look
know.
at it. Is it a mustache? What the fuck is
What
it?
is
A
that
goatee?
thing with the three? That means love.
What
Like,
thing
so-
with a 3?
Well, people will sign things and put like a little triangle and a 3.
I don't even. Oh,
Oh.
that's a heart. But it should pop up as a heart. But if it doesn't, it just is a triangle.
Oh, it's too
and 3.
confusing for me.
Whatever.
Yes.
But it was really nice getting to know each other that way. Within that 3 months, we had gone out to 3 separate dinners.
Okay.
So we did get
I
some
see.
FaceTime.
Right.
But when we got together with the FaceTime, it was such a comfortability
Right.
because of the daily text that we
Right,
had.
right.
So it was a new way
It's
of
like
learning.
online
Interesting.
dating, sort of before.
It
Sometimes
was.
that's how I communicate with the teenagers. I call them the teenagers, my boys, because sometimes it's just a little bit easier for I don't know,
If you
maybe
don't
because
have
they're
to-
boys and they just don't like to really express a lot
Yeah.
Well,
of
if
emotion.
you don't have to worry about vocal inflection, then the text is fine.
Yes.
And if it's something that you don't really want to, everybody wants their downtime. If you feel like I don't really need to talk to them to say all this, just say,
Right.
guys, remember that the salad's in the colander,
Exactly.
drain it out,
Exactly.
you know. And
Yeah.
and Michael and I work really well that way.
That's whatever works.
Then when we started seeing each other daily or more regularly, it all just has all evolved.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't it nice when it's just organic?
Absolutely.
If
Like
you
you
have to
and Zen-
force anything.
Yeah.
Well, when I met Dennis, speaking of, when I met Dennis for the first time, I knew right away that they would be together forever
Me
because
too.
he just was so. It was just so right. I mean, some
effortless.
things are just so right, and some things are just so wrong.
Wrong, right.
Yes.
Yeah. I felt the same way about Dennis too.
Yes.
Because I said to Dara and I both had been through.
We'd been through
We
a
had kissed
few-
a lot of.
Oh, before-
we
We
had
did.
kissed
Oh,
some
yeah.
frogs
Kevin
We've known each
together.
other longer than our partners.
I
Oh
see.
yeah, so
Yes.
she saw me date some people. I saw her date
Yes.
some people.
Yes.
So it was always that sort of like I kept saying to Dara, "Well, I can't find anything wrong. Like
Yes.
something I can't get my checklist out with Dennis and be like." So
Right.
anyway, that worked out.
Exactly.
Well,
Yes.
so listen, a lot has happened.
A lot has happened
There's
this
been
year.
award seasons coming up and all
Yes.
these things, but I have to tell you, I'm so behind on movies.
Are you
Unlike
behind?
you.
Well,
Because
I-
usually
something's happened
usually
in the last.
Dennis
I
go
know.
out all the time in Palm Springs that you drive
last
to
couple of
relentlessly
years,
2 hours each way.
Okay.
That's my home, Ralph.
Yes.
LA's just work.
Yeah. I was
Palm
surprised to
Springs is
see
home.
Dennis in LA so much. I'm thinking he must. And then he posted a picture about traffic. He
Well,
must
he
just
came
be so
one,
over
one
it.
day. Yes, I mean,
I know,
he came,
but he must be so over the
And
traffic.
he really only comes for like that monthly dentist or
Right,
doctor thing.
Right.
I keep saying we
but
got to.
he could transfer. Out
I know
there.
it's just so hard when you've been going to the same places for so
I know,
many years.
I
But
know.
no, he the traffic's here
Yes.
kills him.
Yes.
But when I come here, if I stay many days during the week, I get acclimated to it again.
Right.
It's just when I'm here for a day and I go back to Palm Springs.
Right.
But no, the last couple of years, like I haven't been that excited
Movie,
about the
yeah.
awards. But I
Okay.
have this thing too now, and I don't know if Ralph, you feel this way as an actor, but because we work as actors, that's why I love reality TV so much, because I don't do reality TV. So for me, it's the one medium that I don't work in. Like that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Revenant, I look at that and all I can think about is, oh my God, how many hours were they out in the mud?
Right.
How I think of all the craziness of shooting the movies.
Right.
And it takes me out of watching it.
Well, I think that's why I find you so very limiting, because you're not able to just suspend disbelief and as an actor,
Well, I think
enjoy it and
maybe-
enjoy maybe what your colleagues are doing,
Well, maybe
what
if
your
you,
SAG members are doing.
probably the more you start working though, you'll start seeing.
Okay.
No, you know what I'm saying. Once you
No,
work,
what
like,
exactly
when
are you
you
saying?
get your when you get your sitcom, I guarantee you won't watch as many sitcoms because you'll be going. I do this all day long.
And you'll need to bring your book so you can just sit and read and wait for your
Book?
turn.
God, sit and read.
Well, what do you do when
Ralph
you're
is going to
be
be
going
when
over
you're-
my- yeah, he's in everyone's dressing room. Are you
Oh,
kidding
okay.
I'll
me?
be going over my lines and finding moments.
But
and what
speaking
have
of,
you.
we
Speaking
want to
I
give a
just-
shout out
Yes.
to Carlise Burke.
Well, today is Carlisa's birthday.
I know that's what.
Oh.
So it's her birthday. Happy
birthday. Well,
Carlise.
after the show today, I am going to her 60th extravaganza birthday party. And she is so excited about it because every 10 years is a milestone, and this one's a major milestone for her. And she has people flying in from Atlanta,
Her
New York
new
City.
extended families.
Yeah, her new extended families all flying in for this party. So we are going to have, Michael is going, we are going to have a big extravaganza tonight for our lovely Carlise Burke.
Because in addition to Carlise's birthday, she's had quite an amazing year, and
She
we want to
has.
give her a shout out for her sitcom Crowded. She's completed the first 13 episodes, and it comes on, I believe, March,
It's mid-season.
February, somewhere.
Mid-season on NBC.
So how excited she's turning 60 years old, and she's now the series regular on a new sitcom.
Exactly.
And I mean, when they talk about ageism and sexism and racism in this business, Carlise is a great example of you can do whatever you want to do. Just
Yep.
hang in there. So big shout out to her. I can't wait to see this. Ralph has been to tapings.
Yeah.
So he's seen it. We haven't seen anything
The
yet.
show, yeah, and I just got goose pimples. The
I
show
know.
is really funny. Carlise is hilarious.
Great cast.
Yeah, it's a great
Stacey
cast.
Keach.
They all love each other.
Yeah,
And they're colleagues and workers. And Carlise was nice enough a couple of months ago to take me to the NBC pre-Emmy party. And that was so great because she had her date in me.
Right.
I had my date in her. No one knew who I was. So it made me walk with a different kind of attitude because people were wondering, well, who is he?
Right.
And because I know that I belong, and that's just a matter of time.
Before
Plus,
you...
Carlise, like you always say, Carlise is just like Denise did.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when the time is right, it's like, okay, here's somebody that you should see who should.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I got to work on a movie with Denise Boutet, and I kept saying, I said to Denise that first day, I said, oh my God, this is going to be like when Ralph and Carlise. I mean, Ralph and Carlise go back 30 years. I mean, Denise and I are 12. It feels like 30, but I was just thinking how much fun you guys are going to have together on the set because you and Carlise haven't
We haven't
worked
worked together yet.
either.
Are
But
you going to work on that show with
Well,
her?
we're
we
putting
want
it out
to.
there, aren't
yeah,
we?
we
Oh,
want. Yeah,
okay.
you know, in the
Right.
future episodes because now she's in a place that she can pitch to.
Yes.
And her opinion can actually do something.
Right.
Because they're all a big fun. You know, once you're in the team,
Right.
or in the group,
When
so
the
she
right
would, like,
thing comes along, she'll be all over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just like Denise has done for me.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
you.
yes.
You know, it's like whenever something appropriate. And that's why it's good to get those kind of recommendations because it's only for something that you're totally right
You
for.
don't want to waste it
Right.
on, yeah.
You know, it's not like, well, you know, to do something that I'd really have to pull from. It's like, he is spot on. Let me take you to my producer. It's one-stop shopping. It helps everybody, right?
Right,
Right,
It's a
right.
win-win.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, even on the thing I do with Denise, the director came over to me, he goes, oh, this was so great. And we didn't want to go through casting and have to go find someone and do all
Right.
that. So,
Right.
but yeah, so anyway, the award season, so there are all these big movies and
Yes.
TV shows and stuff,
Yes.
and I'm just sort of out of the loop, to be honest with you.
Yes.
I mean, I guess we'll have to get the DVDs and get all that, but it seems
We
like
will. For
yeah.
our January show.
But the big movie is Star Wars, of
Yes,
course.
that was a great movie. Me and the boys went.
Did
with
you
Kevin.
love it?
We had a good time.
See, I'm not a Star Wars person, so
Nicholas has been talking about Star Wars since March. It's what's getting him through studying all his academia. I mean, he is
Wow.
so into it. So
Did
yeah,
it live up to its hype?
It lived up to its hype. Yep. And he went with his friends, and then we went as a family.
the best
Yeah.
part for me has been watching Carrie Fisher do her interviews. She is so
hilarious.
fucking hilarious.
She's everything.
Yeah, I mean,
saw her and her mom perform at the Coach House in San Juan Capistrano with Stacy. Shout out to Stacy.
Wow.
And they are hilarious.
Yeah.
The two of them. They have houses next door to each other in LA.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
yeah. Well, Carrie bought. Yeah, first Debbie lived with her, and then she bought the house next door.
Yes.
But now Carrie's daughter Billie Lord
Yes.
is an actress. She's on Scream
Right.
Queens, and that's the daughter from Brian Lord and Carrie.
Right.
Brian was the man that left Carrie because he was gay.
Okay.
Yeah, and they never married. I didn't
Okay.
realize that. But no, so I'm not a big Star Wars person, but I know it's making
No, it's
billions
wonderful.
of dollars.
It
and,
sold 50 million tickets before even opening day.
and a few weeks ago, they had the big premiere here in Hollywood.
Yes. They had a ton of security.
5,000 celebrities, and
Ton of
it was
security.
just like out of control.
Out of control.
But yeah, so that's happening. A lot of stuff happening in television. I think all the good work is on TV now. Anyway, all the big stars are going to television.
Yes.
So Transparent and all these new shows and people.
I can't keep up. There's so
There's
many
so many.
shows.
It's
but you know that Mike and Molly got canceled.
Oh, no. Tell
Yeah,
me.
I
Yeah,
missed
6
that one.
seasons and
They
it's
made it to
being
syndication.
canceled.
She's fine.
I know. True.
I just always thought it was amazing for her that she
still stayed on it.
because with her big movie career,
And her clothing line.
yeah, she's lost weight.
She's lost 50 pounds.
I think that's good for her health
Absolutely.
because she was getting kind of right to the edge of
She was.
morbid.
She looks
know.
great either way. She's so funny.
Yeah,
What did they say
She's
about
the
the
best.
cancellation? Just that it was time.
too many.
and
I mean,
They didn't really say much.
it was just like,
Yeah. They didn't even really announce it. Everybody just started figuring out because they were cutting episodes.
it was always kind of that show that it didn't do huge ratings, but
it
it
wasn't
kind of
like
hung
Big
at-
Bang and Two and a Half
No,
Men.
but it was. There's been some other shows like Rules of Engagement made it to 100. Like King of Queens was
Right.
never a huge rating.
By the
Oh,
way,
it-
Kevin loves 2.5 Men. He'll watch that anytime
he
he
seen
can.
Ralph's episode?
My mother likes that show also. Was Norman never did that one?
No,
Not
we
Two and
need
a
to
Half
pull
Men.
up your episode. What did you play on it?
I played the hairdresser. I'm in the
Okay.
third season.
we
I'm
see
cutting-
your insurance commercial all
Yes.
the time.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Nice
Farmers
mailbox
insurance.
money.
Yes,
Ka-ching,
exactly.
ka-ching.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
He's making his manager and his agents very
Nice.
happy
Yes,
with that.
JW, thank you for that. Yes, I'm glad to do that for Newman Thomas.
Newman
'Cause
Thomas
they've
Management.
they've been behind me for 6 years, and I'm grateful for that.
Good.
Yes. So
What
that,
are you guys going to do for New Year's?
we
What,
are
Newman
hunkering.
Thomas?
No,
Oh,
no,
our
just in
families.
general.
Oh,
Oh,
Because
we're
it's
just
tomorrow
gonna
night.
stay down in I'm heading back to Palm Springs
Okay.
tonight.
I have to make black eyed peas.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
the
our
traditional
tradition, our
ham-
neighbor.
do you
Yeah,
make-
you should talk
Okay.
to your girl in your neighbor
I
in
should.
Dakota.
I
See what
should.
she gonna
You have
make
to
some
do
Yes.
collard.
greens.
Don't you have to do greens or something?
Greens are supposed to be for the money. We always just did black eyed peas. So
How do
I
you
didn't-
make those?
I put them
You
in.
boil them, right?
Yeah, you do the peas. You soak them. The
So
night
do you buy
before.
them dry? Obviously.
Dry,
You
Uh-huh.
put
Okay.
ham hock in it, or
Yes,
yeah,
uh-huh.
stricoline or
And
whatever.
I put ham
Ham
hock in it, and then I just drain them the night before,
Okay.
and then just drain them in water. Not
Okay.
drain them, soak them in water.
Okay.
The night before.
Does,
and then
soaking them, doesn't that take the gassy stuff out of beans? Also, I read
I
something
don't
about
know.
that too.
I'm doing it just for cleansing, but I
Right.
didn't know about the gaseous stuff.
Okay.
Of course, I would take it right there.
Exactly. But then I put them in the pot with the ham hock, and then
Okay.
you simmer.
Dara, Dara, it's okay. We're amongst
It's
family.
JW.
And then you simmer it for hours, and it gives a nice aroma in the home.
I bet.
And I always knew that. I always was taught that it was a symbol of good luck for the year.
Oh.
And I didn't realize that other people added collard greens for the money. The
Yeah,
symbol
there's
of
something about
money.
luck and money and prosperity.
Okay.
And yeah, my Martha was big on that. You had to have cornbread,
Oh, and
black eyed peas, collard greens, and you had to have a meat, some sort of meat.
So the ham hock that would be in the
Right,
black
or
What
if
the
you
hell
ha-
is ham hock?
it's
ham-
it's like
the-
fat.
It's like the part of the ham
that
that's-
nobody eats.
Yeah, like the
Just
butt
for
of
flavor?
It gives
Yeah,
it flavor.
it gives it a
like
like
'cause
putting-
it's like meat still on the bone that you'd be sucking off,
Right.
And then you just take that and plunk it in.
Right.
You know?
Right.
the meat
Get
that
that out
Dara's
your mouth,
sucking on.
Grandma.
It's not
Right.
it's
Put it
not
in the
going in a
pot.
pot.
Right. No, Dara's at Nordstrom.
Dara's not
Dara's
sucking
not
on
doing
meat
any of that.
for any of that.
Thank you. No. No.
Hi,
no.
Kevin. Happy New Year.
Yeah, no. Dara's at Nordstrom.
Dara's at Nordstrom's. That's where she's going. So.
That's my everything.
Well, so anyway, so what? Oh, yeah. So there's been some big housewife. Well,
There's
let
been
me
some-
say
yes.
the other reason I knew Michael Crimmins was a keeper
Yes.
is because he loves reality TV. So I already
Okay.
loved him, but when I found out he loved reality,
How
just
funny.
to irritate Ralph
Mm-hmm.
and Dennis, I knew that I liked it. So
Oh,
this is
okay.
for Michael. So we're going to talk about Real Housewives of
Well,
Beverly Hills.
Right. So you know that Yolanda Foster and David Foster are getting divorced.
Oh my God!
Right. After 4 long
So
years of marriage.
devastating.
What's
Yes.
so nice about not being on camera now is that I can just go right to my cell phone.
Oh,
and
you're
not
not
appear
even gonna
rude.
pretend.
Well, the
Yeah,
weird
yes.
thing was you did that on camera.
Right.
He did that on camera.
So who cares?
So they're
right?
getting divorced, and apparently it's been a big question if she had Lyme disease or not. You said that you heard on
Well, Andy Cohen, her boss, actually said he
On
has a
Radio
great
Andy,
radio show on radio. And
that it's menopause.
that a lot of health experts say she was just going through menopause.
It's crazy because she spent so much money, time,
Of
traveling to
David
different
Foster's
countries.
money.
Exactly. Well, that's probably why he left her.
I mean, think about it.
It's just too much.
She disrupted the marriage.
What's it? Munchausen. She was being
by
accused
proxy.
of. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it.
So they're getting divorced, and apparently she went on that show just so she could get her daughters famous,
Well, it worked.
and it worked
For Gigi.
for Gigi, and Bella now is a
Is
model
Bella
as
as
well.
famous as Gigi?
Not as famous as Gigi, but she's a model too.
Yeah. Well, I just think Yolanda comes from humble beginnings in Norway or Sweden
Yes.
or wherever.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Yeah, and
Norway.
then she came over and she married Muhammad and
Yes.
So
Who is in big trouble because he's building some Starship Galactical ginormous
it's been going on for
home,
years up in Holmby
and
Hills.
it's right next to some old lady that's like 89 years old, and she's like, he just is hoping that all dies. I mean, that's a big
Yeah,
scene.
he's-
Why do you need a house that big?
Well, they're just gross. And
Why
don't
do you
forget,
need a house bigger
I know
than
you
10,000
love. I know
square
you
feet?
love Lisa Vanderpump, but don't forget she's best friends with him, and they're all in that same
I know.
ilk
I know. I
together.
do love Lisa. She does a lot of good charity work. A
Okay,
lot.
well, it's not hard to write a check
No, she's actually physically there.
for 5 minutes.
No, she's
God
there.
bless her.
Okay.
She's welcome
And
on
then
the
you
show
heard
anytime.
that yeah, exactly. You heard that Eva Longoria is engaged.
I did not.
Um
Her new show's very funny though.
it is funny.
Telenovela?
Telenova, it is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. And this will be her third marriage, so hopefully third time is a charm.
Chances are it won't be.
Probably not.
'Cause she's
she got
another one
married.
that-
She got engaged in Dubai.
But I
I'm
think
sorry.
she-
Why do people go to Dubai?
I think Dubai is a spectacular city.
What
Apparently,
was it built
I
on?
wouldn't go there.
Blood money? I mean, no.
Saudi Arabia.
Dubai.
Bye
Yeah,
bye.
no. Bye-bye,
But
Dubai.
Ava's another like Jennifer Lopez. They're brilliant in their careers,
Right.
but they
But-
can't get their personal life
right,
together.
right. No,
you know.
personal
You're just the
relationships.
It's the opposite. I was waiting for.
Ouch.
I gave. Did you see me? I paused. I actually
So
said
you
it.
guys are great in your relationships and crappy in your careers? Is that what
be
you're trying to say?
You know,
Well,
I
see,
was
girls,
joking.
you can't
I was
have
just-
it all.
Ralph
That's
and
the
I, we're
thing.
just
Joking
grateful
with you.
for whatever we get.
I
was
agree.
joking
career-wise.
with Jasper.
I
We're
agree.
so funny like that, Jasper. And
We're
I.
not
It's
as
like,
we're not as ambitious as we used to be.
I know. I
Well,
totally
you're old
am.
and
We're
tired.
ambitious.
Oh, you
I
are?
No,
totally am.
we're
Okay.
ambitious. But do we want to be flying off every day to some other cities?
I
What
don't
mean.
need to do all that.
No,
No.
Ralph
No,
and
I
I.
want to be here in LA with
That's
my
what I'm
mother.
saying.
We're,
Yes.
that's the thing that's always been like, it's film and TV capital of the world, yet we have to fly every other fucking place to go
Right.
do a project.
Agree.
That's why a couple of weeks ago you were so happy for you and Denise doing
That it was here.
the Visions project, because for once Denise wasn't
She's
having
always flying off to
to have
Atlanta
to
or
leave her
DC.
baby.
She does have to fly. Yes.
Always. Denise is like on a plane learning lines, so when she lands, she can be chauffeured to the audition. I mean, it's just.
But
like
you know what
crazy
was
thing.
interesting? This is one of the few times she's worked in LA, and she was like, Jasper, it's so much easier when I'm on location. And here's why. When she's on location, it's all work. She goes back to her hotel. She doesn't have a husband. She doesn't have a kid. She doesn't have to all she has to do is focus on here. Like 2 weeks ago, she was shooting, buying Christmas gifts, trying to get Jordan ready. Like, she wrapped on a Thursday night, and they flew home to Louisiana for
Oh my God.
Christmas. And then after being in Louisiana for 4 days, she gets back on a plane and she's flying to Savannah to shoot 4 days on another movie, and then having to come back and finish the holidays and then come back to LA. But my point was, when she's home this time shooting, she was like 5 a.m. calls,
She
but
needs a
she had to
wife.
get Jordan to daycare, and then she had to get service Kevin's needs or whatever, and she was
Oh,
like
wow.
learn her lines. And she said, when you're on location,
It could just be all
Wow.
about you.
you go back to your hotel and you just get ready for the
And
next
she can
day.
actually sleep and not be
God, that's
bothered.
a good point.
And she
That
just
is a good point.
FaceTimes Jordan on the phone and says,
Right,
"Mommy's
bye-bye.
mommy's working." So
Right, and
But
Jordan-
anyway, God
yeah.
bless Ava Longoria. Hopefully
Yes.
she gets it together. But
Yes.
she's a smart businesswoman
Yes.
and a smart woman. Period.
Yes.
Politically.
Yes.
Oh,
would-
I saw Eva at the pre-Emmy party. Now
Yeah,
because
because that's NBC, her show. I think telenovelas are hilarious anyway. So
Oh, yes.
doing a show like spoofing
To make fun
one
of them. I
behind
love
the
when
scenes.
people spoof stuff.
Yeah, speaking of telenovelas, okay, so
Yes.
my dad, dear Charles, who's so
Yes.
great, right? My dad, who lives alone now, a couple of
Allegedly.
well, he does now for a while.
Right.
After he's two have dropped dead. I was talking to him the other day, and he goes, I go, "What are you doing, Dad?" He goes, "Oh, my program's just going off." And in the South, my parents used to call soap operas their programs. I said, "Oh, well, it's late. What are you watching?" He goes, "Well, I watched the Spanish show." He goes, "I don't know what they're saying, but I watched," and I go,
Because
"Wait."
it's so dramatic.
He goes, "I watched one of those Spanish soap operas,"
I
and I
love
just
it.
started. I'm picturing my dad
I
in the
love
country
it.
sitting
well,
in front of the
because
TV.
they're so theatrical and dramatic. You can just know with their facial
not a clue.
expressions
And he
that
goes-
they're pissed off or that they're excited. I mean, I
That's
can
what
see
he said,
that.
and he goes, and the women.
He's got to get it with the,
He goes,
subtitles.
the pretty women are so pretty and
Really?
everything,
Oh,
and he goes,
God.
they have a
Oh,
lot.
I
He
love
goes, they have a
it.
lot of like lush land and stuff. And
That
Dennis,
is so
Dennis and I were
cute.
cracking up
That
thinking
is
about
so
my dad
cute.
watching telenovelas.
Well, I wouldn't be Ralph Cole Jr. if I didn't boomerang it back to me to let you know that I work with Kate Del Castillo, who's a major telenovela star.
You did.
Yeah. So in
and
K11,
and I repped
Mhm.
Katie Barberi, who's one of the biggest stars also of telenovelas, and she's friends with Kate Castillo.
Oh, right. Now, how are you and Katie doing now?
We're good. We have the
Okay,
same
you-
publicist, Dominic
really?
Friesen.
Oh, Dominic. Shout out to Dominic.
Katie's actually doing our show. JW, Katie's going to do our show in January. Oh, cool. From Miami. Yes. Katie's great because she's American born and is half Mexican, half English. And she went to Mexico years ago and reinvented herself and turned into one of the biggest telenovela stars. How's Kate, Ralph? I haven't heard anything.
I haven't
Her.
actually talked to her lately.
Yeah,
or-
maybe Marcus
well, I mean,
Redmond knows. They're good friends.
Yeah,
How's
you should-
Marcus? I
I-
never
I haven't
seen-
talked
happy
to
holidays
Marcus.
to Marcus and Isis.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I can't believe you said that word, but okay.
What?
Well,
Isis?
it's her name.
I know. We talked about that one day. We were
Yes.
saying, God, for all the women and the drag queens that are named Isis out there.
Yes.
that must be kind of a weird thing, right?
I know. I
Yeah.
know. Let's
It's-
not give them any energy, though, for sure.
No,
Exactly.
no.
Yes.
We do that on my
What
other
are you
show.
doing for New Year's?
I just said a few minutes ago that
Oh.
we're. But I don't mind.
I
You know
the
what?
Black
I don't
Eyed
mind.
Peas. I heard the Black Eyed Peas.
I don't mind
Oh,
repeating.
I probably interjected. I probably
Yes.
You
You
interrupted.
did not.
Interrupted.
You didn't finish.
No, I just said that Dennis and I are going to hunker down and go to some neighborhood parties in the
I did not hear that.
complex.
Okay.
I actually don't think
You didn't
I
finish
I
'cause he
said
started.
hunker down, and then Ralph interrupted.
Right.
sorry.
Ralph
But-
hardly interrupts.
I know. So that's
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are you ladies doing for New Year's?
We're just going to hang out, and Kevin and I are just watch Kathy Griffin and Anderson Cooper bring down the ball in New York
Dennis
City.
can't. She annoys Dennis.
I know, she's a lot.
A little of her goes. I mean, I love her, but a little goes.
I think we're going to do that. We were going to go to a party, and we just decided, forget it. It's funny, we always think, oh, we should socialize more. Let's
And then you're asleep.
And then a few weeks towards it, you think, no, I don't want to have to meet somebody new and talk to somebody new.
Nope. I want.
Boy,
my,
are we 50?
I just want my Doritos and.
Your Doritos?
Well,
Carb
no,
free?
well, not Doritos. I like those
Oh,
lime
right.
flavor chips.
Kevin
Ralph,
likes
are you and
those.
Michael partying for New Year's?
We haven't actually discussed it yet. We'll be together. It's always,
Right.
It's like you
It's
guys.
amateur night.
Yeah, we're
You
all
don't
so
wanna go
simple.
out and-
yeah,
yeah.
and I'll be with Rose there. We'll bring it in together. I don't like being out on New Year's
No.
Eve.
No, I
anyway.
agree.
I'd rather
It
just.
gets crazy.
I'm hoping Nicholas will stay home.
You think so?
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm hoping.
Well, so what do you think? How did you think 2015 went this year? I mean, so much happened
so much happened.
politically. I mean,
Oh,
the
gosh,
terrorist stuff
enough of those politicians. I don't want to hear about your stuff a year out of the election. Too
I
much
know.
energy and TV and media wasted on it.
Well, a couple weeks ago, there was that Republican debate a couple of Tuesdays ago.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm just hoping that Donald
yes.
Trump finally
Which I
burns.
did not watch. I've decided not to watch them anymore. I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'll
just
read
hoping-
about it.
What's
What were you going to say about the
well,
Donald Trump?
I'm just hoping he finally fizzles out
Oh,
before
right.
next
Yes,
year.
yes.
Now that scary Ted Cruz is coming up in the
Right. They're all
the
scary.
ratings. Yeah.
They're all
Did you watch
scary.
Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago? Will
With
Ferrell
Ryan
came back.
Oh,
with Chris
my-
Hemsworth.
You have to Google just the Will Ferrell introduction where he's George W. Bush.
He came back and played
Hilarious.
him.
It's 5 minutes, and every single second and minute is a funny joke. So Google it. It's
He-
very
he-
funny.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell
Ferrell-
being George W. Bush on
Okay.
Saturday Night Live. Hilarious.
Because he kind of comes back and says he's going to get back in the race.
Yes.
He goes, and who would have thought
so
I turned
funny
out to be the
to
smart
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
very
was
funny.
funny.
He is so talented.
He is talented.
He's really talented.
Although on Jenny McCarthy's radio show a couple weeks ago, I heard something really bad about him.
Oh, really?
Well,
Well,
Jenny
do
McCarthy,
tell.
I told you, Jenny McCarthy, because she lived so many years in Hollywood and she was with Jim Carrey all those years,
Right.
she knows shit on all the celebrities.
Okay.
And so they were talking about.
I have no respect for her with the anti-vaccine shit.
Well, I don't know about
I'm sorry.
But I like her as a radio person because
Okay.
she just gives it up. She doesn't hold back on anything.
I guess
and-
she doesn't need jobs.
She's richer than hell.
From what?
Oh my God, she had so many deals over the years. And now
Okay.
she's married to Donnie Wahlberg.
Well,
And
see,
isn't she cousins with Melissa?
Yeah, but
Yes.
yeah.
yeah.
But no, Jenny's made a fortune.
I mean, I like her enough, but the anti-vaccine thing, a lot of stupid women followed her advice.
Oh,
Well,
is
that
that
was-
thing for the kids in school?
Yes, yes.
But to this day, she'll still. I mean, she claims it's helped her kids. So But no, she talked about Will Ferrell is really great as a performer, but he's terrible to his wife and kids.
Oh,
Yeah, he cheats on his wife.
wow.
She said it on her show,
Wow.
and they don't have a great marriage, and he doesn't have a great family life.
Oh, my
Unlike
goodness.
an Adam Sandler, she said, who is
How Bill Cosby.
the
and them.
opposite, who is a great family guy or whatever, and still has a career too, but he's funny. But she just laid Will Ferrell out.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
She lays people out. She's the one that talks about
Wow.
Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes and
What'd she say about that marriage?
Well,
Was it
the
fake?
best thing is she
like
remember
everybody said?
she went to Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner's a couple of years ago. She went to Jennifer Gardner and Ben Affleck's, and he drank
Yes,
a lot,
you
and he
told
took
me,
her aside and he
yes.
goes, "Get me the fuck out of here!"
Right.
Oh my God, get me
Because
out
she's
of
very
here.
controlling.
He goes,
Jennifer
"I'm living with a
Garner.
robot. I'm living with a crazy lady. Get
Wow.
me out of here."
Well,
and Jenny was like, "Well,
He married stability.
Who was that? Katie Holmes?
Jennifer Gardner. and
Jennifer
Ben Affleck.
Garner
Oh,
and Ben
Jennifer Garner.
Affleck.
That because
okay.
apparently she's very type A and she runs a very tight household, and the
So
kids.
can you imagine? Okay, we're having sex now, so get on top. Okay, that's 3 pumps and you're done.
Yeah,
Wow.
like she
I
has
have laundry
lists-
to do.
She has lists all over the house for the kids, and their clothes are. Jenny just lays it out.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that's
She's
how
like
I
a-
ran my house.
She's like a Wendy Williams. Jenna McCarthy.
She is. She's Wendy Williams on the radio.
Yes.
And she said because she's not in Hollywood anymore, she has no desire to be in Hollywood anymore.
I don't blame her.
She lives in Chicago and in New York with Donnie.
They live in
she-
2 places?
She makes enough. She makes for her one New Year's appearance with Ryan Seacrest every New Year's Eve. She makes more for that one night than she used to make for an entire year. And
What?
Oh,
For one night?
yeah, for one night.
You got to get that gig.
Well, Kathy Griffin has it with Anderson.
Right.
She has it with Ryan.
Wow.
And then somebody else has it on Fox.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
can't
sure
think
she's
right
making
now.
a fortune on Sirius XM also. And also she said radio's the best thing she's ever. This is the greatest thing she's ever done.
Okay.
Well, what do
she-
you? How do you think Taraji Henson reacted to Empire not being nominated for a SAG award?
Well, she probably felt better got a Golden Globe nomination, and she finally got one.
Okay.
But I just don't think the show's good anymore. You know, I stopped watching it this season.
First season was on fire.
And I told Dara though,
Yeah.
but if you didn't watch the first season and you just started it like
Right.
this season, it's probably great. But for those of us who fell in love with the first season, when I watched the first episode of the second, I was like, oh my God, it's totally
But
different.
then
Did you see
if
with
you-
Vivica on it yet?
I'm not watching it.
a few episodes in, though, it got a little bit better. It kind of went
I
back
just
to
felt
the old
it
way.
jumped the show.
So
You know,
I could go back and watch it from the beginning, right? Just
Yes.
go,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the best
Okay.
because the season 1 was amazing.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but people love it. I mean, I'm still glad it's on the air. And
Oh,
I'm glad
yeah.
people love it.
Yeah.
But for,
Why
I almost,
did she have a bad reaction to not getting the SAG award?
I was just curious, because the show
and they were
is
shut
such
out of the
on a
Emmys also
Okay.
this year. They
I
were
was
shut
just
out of the Emmys and no SAGs.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So it's just
Yeah.
weird. But I'm glad it's
Did
on.
you
the-
watch their Christmas special? They did a Christmas special on
No.
Fox. Yeah, it was cute. It was
Terrence
cute.
Howard beats his wives too. So
Oh, okay.
Merry Christmas. Then again, his father was shot dead in front of him in line.
You
for
know,
Santa
domestic violence is the biggest problem that women have in the world.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that they have to deal with is domestic violence.
What a drag.
Yeah.
I
it's
thought it was
really,
their
I mean, God.
period.
No, it's domestic, like in
For
other
me, it would be
countries and
having
stuff.
crayons.
Why are all these people beating up on their
I
spouses?
don't, because they're insecure nightmares. It's sad.
It's cultural too. You know, a lot of the cultures like Saudi Arabia and
These
Pakistan.
cultural things, yeah. What about like those women that can't show anything but their eyes? It's like, what is that like?
I know.
Like every day when you're like lotioning your body,
I
and
know.
you're getting yourself all ready and stuff. and
Because
it's
God
like,
forbid other people, lust after you.
Can
or
you imagine how
something. I
much
don't
hair
really
they
know.
have on under there? Because they don't need to epilate it.
Well, maybe they
Remember
do it for their
epilated?
husbands.
Okay. Well, listen, guys, the
Yes.
show has flown by.
Yes.
as always.
Happy
God.
New Year.
So we
When
will
you're
be. We're gonna
shallow,
be
being
back.
shallow goes by really
What
fast.
day are we coming
We're
back?
coming back we'll be the last Wednesday of January.
All
So we will be back. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Ralph,
New Year,
Happy New
Planet
Year.
Earth.
Yes,
Yes,
Jasper.
absolutely.
thanks for coming in today,
Thank
JW.
you.
Happy New Year. Thanks to all. This is our 6 months. The show's been on the air 6 months now. We're still going strong. So thanks to all our listeners for.
So we'll be back January 27th,
right 27th,
2016.
That's near Martha and Linda's birthdays, right?
and mine's February 1st.
Right. So we're going to do a birthday celebration.
I'll be
for you that
52.
day. Oh, wow.
52. I'll be 52 years
And
old.
we're going to bring you cake and make you eat it. Carbs.
Sugar's
Okay.
bad. Sugar can give you thrush and all kinds of stuff. So, and you can get diabetes.
What is that?
You can damn lose a limb if you're not careful. You can cut your damn
yeah,
leg
I'm
off.
worried about your limbs.
Okay, well, listen,
Okay.
everybody. You've been listening to One on One with Jasper Cole, and I want y'all to have a happy New Year.
Yeah, happy
Peace
New Year.
out. We'll see you next
Planet
year.
Earth.
Bye.
Thanks for checking out One on One with Jasper Cole. Check out past episodes and get the latest as they're released. Subscribe today on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube.